What up, though? It's your main man, DJ Killer Kev, and you're now tapped into the Electric Elevation Podcast. Chill!
Get started. Welcome to Electric Elevation Podcast, Taco Tuesday. Today I have my special guest, one of my artists that is signed under my management. Tone Loot is in the building. What up, though, Tone?
What up, though? What's the deal, world? Killing myself. What's good?
So, for those of your fans that don't know your background or how you first got started, start off by letting them know how you came up with your name, Tone Loot.
How I came up with Tone Loot? Back in the, I had so many different names like Ab Boy. I had Tone Tone before I knew it was a Tone Tone. I was calling myself that. Then I had Young Tone. I just went through so many different transitions, but I always wanted to be like a mob boss. So I'm like, what's a good mob boss name for me? And I'm like, Tone Luciano. Like, Luciano just sounded too good. So I'm like, all right, I ran with it for like a season. And I'm like, that shit just too long. Like, and then I was going to the clubs and seeing people with that same name, like that Luciano on the back of their name. So I'm like, you know what? How about if I just take the Ciano off and just be Tone Loot? And I Googled it, and then nobody had the name Tone Loot, so I decided to run with it. That's how I came up with my name, Tone Loot.
Okay.
It's not Luke, it's Loot, L-O-O-T.
Yeah,
because a lot of people be saying
Tone
Luke,
like
L-U-K, L-U-C. Like, I be like, no, it's Tone Loot. Like, give me the Loot.
So, how long you been rapping?
I've been rapping for a couple quarters. I ain't gonna be too detailed about that, but I've been doing it for a minute. Definitely got a great following, and done did some stepping around the city of Detroit for some years. I'm gonna say at least, I'm gonna say 10.
You're not
for
saying
sure.
how many? Okay.
I'm gonna say 10 for sure, like something like that.
So, did you really know that you wanted to rap when you were younger, like in middle school, or you really didn't start rapping in high school?
I really think that I was just one of them kids that just like to try different things.
Mm-hmm.
And when I bumped into rapping, I caught myself trying to battle rap, and I really wasn't a battle rapper, but I knew how to write. Like, I had penmanship, and I was good at making poems and poetry, stuff like that. And when I realized that it was cool to be in front of a class and they was clapping for me for reading my poem or something, they liked it. I fell in love. I guess that's when I fell in love with the I could do this on stage or in front of people type vibe, and that's when I knew, like, then, pretty much, like, that's what my passion was. Like, once I ran into music and learned how to write my bars, and this was all in middle school, early high school, and then I got in a group in the high school, and that's how I really took up, like, as far as that. That's how I knew I liked the music.
Okay. What was the name of the group in high school?
They was called I think they was called Street Justice, or it was under Exclusive Records.
Okay.
And then the group as a whole was Street Justice or something like that. I can't really remember it.
How many of y'all was it?
Shit, 7, 6.
Okay.
We all went to school together. One dude had the studio. And just to elaborate on that situation, I was considered the outcast of that whole situation. Like, I didn't really, like, I would get put on the songs last. Like, I wouldn't get on, like, out of the whole album we had made one time, I think I only had like 2 cuts on there, and everybody else had like 4 apiece. So, you know what I'm saying?
So why do you think you were considered the outcast?
Them guys was like real smart kids. Like, they was real. I'm not saying that I was the dumb kid, but them guys was real. Like, they was into. They had to bring home good grades. My parents was like, you just keep your grades up. You know, give me something acceptable like a CB. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
D's and F's wasn't acceptable. So I would just say that maybe that's why they didn't put me on. Like, I was different. Like, they grew up in the suburbs. I grew up in the hood. So but we was all cool. So I think that's why a lot of the songs I didn't make it to.
So once you broke, how long did you stay with them before you broke away from them? Once you saw that
After high school,
you weren't getting no love. Okay.
After high school, I graduated, and that's when I was like, you know what? It wasn't even that, but that, pretty much high school. After high school, because I started building my own studio away from them, and I started recording in the closet and recording in the basement and just disturbing the piece with the little speakers that come with the computers back in the day, turning them mugs up. But that's how I ended up having my own studio. I like to get it, you know.
I used to be with the Wilshire Boys too, right?
Yeah, correct.
Okay. And that was like after the first group.
Yep, that was after the first group. That I actually had tried to build my own group, and then once it kind of fell apart a little bit with a couple of artists that was attached to me, that's when my cousin, I ran into my cousin Mario.
Shout out to Mario.
Shout out to my cousin Mario. I ran
Oh,
into
dollar
Mario.
on the ground.
You feel me? Original Wilshire boy. You feel me? You know, OD. You know it's old dollar. Yeah, about that dollar. But yeah, I ran into him and he was on Wilshire and we just put our brain like we was like Pinky and the Brains. Like I had already been hosted and moving around and doing different things, and I presented it to him and took him out. He came and supported me. He liked it what he seen, and he had a group of guys in his neighborhood that was going to come up with music. So we just put the Dummy Road Wilshire collaboration together, and that's how we came up with the Dummy Road Wilshire whole mixtape that we put out or whatever.
Right, and before I started managing you, I seen a lot of that work and those videos. That was pretty hard.
Yeah, it was Then that's when I realized that I was in the family, the BMF family, through extended family, and I don't really want to get into too in-depth detail, but free Uncle Meech, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Manissa, shout out to the whole BMF family. I gotta say that with all due respect, my brothers, Fred, Dewey, they're my guys, yeah. So we ran into, we kind of figured that out, and then it was a Dummy Road BMF Wilshire movement. You know what I'm saying? Once we figured that out. So.
Okay. So then you used to host some things at the Ritz back in the day with the rappers and stuff. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, I started off with Al Love. He was an artist from the city. He took me to that spot one time, and it had a big, huge stage. It was just, the environment was different. I was just getting into performing, and I ended up going there, and Al Love swindled away, started going other places or whatever. I still wanted to go there because I thought it was a cool spot. So at that time, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to stick it out, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep coming up here, and then that's when my pops passed, and that's when me and Mom came up with the whole Dummy Road thing, and then that's when I'm like, all right, we finna start getting our shirts made, and we made our own little movement, our own little stamp, and I met Catty Curl, shout out to Catty Curl, and Sky Fox, and rest in peace to Sky Fox. They opened the doors for me to be a host. What she did, she presented it to me one time, because she was like, dang, y'all performance is good, I love y'all music. She was like, well, how would you feel to be, if you was a host? Like, how would you feel to be a host on Sunday or something? I'm like, let me try it. And when I did it, Detroit showed so much love. A lot of artists that be on my live know me from them times. And they'll tell you, I went from a hype man to an artist to a host in less than months. And I started throwing my own events, and then I went from Sundays to Tuesdays, and I was hosting back to back, and I was getting paid for them. Nice money as an artist. I wasn't getting paid for my music because I didn't know about half the stuff that you know about now, but yeah, that was cool. That's how I ended up getting into hosting or whatever.
What would you say the most has changed since you was hosting those shows back then to the way like some of the showcases are now?
Well, one thing I know that for sure that changed is I don't host anymore as much as I used to. Is it something that I'm interested in now? Like,
no, not about you hosting. How do you like the way they are? Like, like from back then, do you think artists was more into it and like they stayed? Like now at the showcases and shows, artists are performing, then they'll lead. They don't always
the same
stay.
thing.
You don't think it's got worse? You think it's pretty much the same as it was back then?
It's pretty much the same. It's a generational curse that I think we all need to break. As far as if you from that area and you see it's the same thing. You get bumped down lists, and it's that people, the promoters got their favorites, the hosts got their favorites, or whoever running the event. So it's pretty much the same thing to me. That's how I feel about that. But it's a lot more dope artists. There's a lot of more hungrier artists around than it was then. We had competition, but it wasn't no competition back then. It was more so we was really able to present our art, like, do what we like to do. But
There's a lot more female artists now too.
Yeah.
A lot more.
Yeah, it was not this many female artists in the city doing this. You know, so shout out to all the female artists.
Yeah, shout out to all the female artists.
Yep.
Okay, so let's talk about what was your first solo song?
Under Electric Elevation.
No, I'm talking
Oh,
about
my first
artist.
as an artist. My first solo song was shoot. I don't remember. I can't go back that far. I don't remember. I mean, not that far, but I can't.
And shout out to Moan.
Shout out to my brother Money Moan too. Also, yeah, he was
Because before you started rapping with Moan, you were doing songs on your own first, right?
With a group, and then Money Moan came along when he was able to actually go to the studio with me for the first time, or when I hooked up my studio at the crib, I found out that he had an interest in it too. So ever since then, he's been my go-to guy. You feel me? I asked him about bars. I started teaching him. I started freestyling with him, and he's just dope. He's all around dope.
Okay. So what would you say some of your influences was? Like, what's one of your favorite artists from back in the day? And what is one of your favorite artists now?
Jadakiss.
And tell me why. Why Jadakiss?
Cause he did that. I used to love hearing that come out on the track.
But he also had them bars though.
And that's what I knew. I'm like, that's what I knew. I'm like, you hear Jada come on like that, you know he finna come snapping on some shit. So Jadakiss was definitely one of my favorites then.
And he don't get the recognition that he deserves. He get it a little bit now, more so. And had the versus battle and all that, but there's a lot of younger artists and different stuff. They don't be mentioning his name up there.
They don't refer to him like how they do the Tupac and the Biggie, or you know, these new generations be hip to that. But Jadakiss, no, they ain't hip to Jadakiss. So yeah, he don't get the recognition. He didn't get it then, but he just made his. He knew how to make a hit song and throw a hit song out there every now and then.
For sure, his wordplay is
dope
out there. What about
now? My favorite artist now, who I listen to, and people don't like him. But I like him because me and him was like in the same boat at one point, and we was competing with each other. And he'll tell you if you ever run into him, if we ever had this conversation. Me and Skilla used to go to competitions all the time, and either he would win or I would win. And this is when Skilla wasn't doing half the stuff he's doing now, and that's why I'm so intuitive with him, because I liked him then before people even knew who he was. You know what I'm saying? So he always been like a favorite to me. And then for what he do now, like how he represent for the city and everything now, I really fuck with him. Like, yeah. I'm like, oh.
Skilla, baby.
Yeah, so shout out to Skilla, yeah.
That's what's up. So, tell me what you working on right now.
Well, what I'm working on right now, I'm pushing out 2 new singles. One produced by Gangsta Clyde, and the other one produced by Steph Rice. We got Naja Head. And then we got To The Max featuring 2 Major. I'm working on 2 songs getting put out. And just visuals right now. Shout out to Black Capo. He put me in the movie Consignment. So I did a movie role for that. This will be my 4th movie. That's really what I'm working on right now, and visuals. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing visuals. And my podcast. I have a podcast, and then I'm doing my own like videography thing too on the side. So.
And what's the name of your videography company?
And You Know That Films. I'm eventually gonna change it to And You Know That Productions. And You Know That Cinema. It's all coming.
Shout out to Instagram out for it.
You can follow the page at And You Know That Photos for now. And You Know That Photos spelled ANDUKNOWDAT. And you know that, that's the name of it, so you know that film.
Alright, so let's talk about your single After Party.
Oh yeah, that's that.
You know I had to put my stamp on it and call you the Ballroom King.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
When that come on, everybody, they get on the floor and they start doing their stepping.
Yeah.
So tell me how you came up with that.
You know, doing events at the Bentley, you know, rapping.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that. So I used to do Rock the Mic Tuesdays. Electric Elevation presents Rock the Mic Tuesdays. I had Tone hosting, and we held that down. That was pretty lit for a good while. All during the pandemic, we had it slapping. Tone having that was good times, wasn't it?
Yeah, hell yeah. We used to have a ball in there. I mean, we done packed that place.
We got something coming up on the 26th too.
Oh yeah, you got it.
So y'all stay tuned. Yeah.
That's May 26th.
May 26th.
May 26th. We got a event May 26th, y'all. So y'all tune in. All the artists that be tapping on the live. I'll give y'all more details as I get them. You know what I'm saying? But the Bentley, yeah, we used to go crazy. So after we leave the Bentley, after having so much fun and turning up with the artists and whatnot, we used to leave there, and everybody would follow us to the Money Moan crib where the studio was set up. And one day we was in there. I got a beat from my dog Carp, and shout out to Carp. I got a beat from him, and I'm like, shit, we got the studio, y'all. Let's do a song. Everybody was all blowed and happy and good mood and shit. So I'm like, you know what? I'm finna get in the booth. Hook me up. So Mom I'm like, I got a beat right here. I went to the email, pulled the beat down. Boom. After he put the beat on there, I'm like, let me hear it. So I got in the booth. I'm like, man, this shit right here. Bro, I'm like, bro, you see this shit? He like, what? I'm like, this look like the after party. This the after party. He was like, yeah. I'm like, man, you know what? I'm about to rap about that shit. And he was like, oh, for real? I'm like, yeah, I'm about to rap about that shit. So I'm like, hook me up, man. So I got in the booth, put the headphones on, and I just got the freestyle in it. And I came up with the hook. But he had the after party. And after that, it was just like, it was just magic after that. I wrote a verse. I freestyled my verse. And it only had a verse and a hook. And that was it. Now, how I came up with the second part, I was going to put a feature on there. And this old cat, shout out to John Boy. I don't know if you're on this live, John Boy, NTS Johnny. He was like, Tom, man, why would you put a feature on there? You might as well finish that out. That don't sound like it need no feature. I'm like, man, I don't know. I'm like, all right, man. I'm gonna see what I could do. So I went and freestyled the second verse. And when I freestyled the second verse, I'm like, oh yeah. So I let Johnny hear it. Johnny was like, yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. And I'm like, sorry. I'm like, all right, bet. I'm like, well, I'll be doing the Bentley with Kim on Tuesdays. I'm like, I'm gonna take it to the Bentley and see, you know what I'm saying, see if they fucking with it. So long story short, I ended up going to the Bentley. I performed the song, and I noted that a few people was ballrooming to it. So I'm like, this ain't no damn ballroom song. You know, this is what I'm thinking. So after that, I'm like, I went back home and I thought about it, and I'm like, Dad, can you ballroom to this? And I'm like, let me try it the next time I perform. See, I'm a person that like to try shit. I like to try just to see if it's gonna bite or not. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I went back to the Bentley the next time, and I actually performed the song, and I started ballroom.
And everybody started.
And when I looked up, the whole bar was ballroom, and I'm like, oh, maybe I'm on to something. And that from then, I just kept trying it. Every location I went to, that's what it was about. And then
when I booked, when I had my birthday party at Club Echelon, we had Diamond.
Oh, shout out to that was lit. That was lit as hell. We had a ball at your birthday party. You had egg roll there. I think you had egg roll. Charlamagne guy. You had Rocky Bad. You had Diamond from Crime Mob. We had a bunch of people there. And yeah, hell yeah. And I actually had a chance to, like, I was performing, and all I hear is like, who was that last performer that was just performing? I need to hear that song again. He had everybody in there, you know. He's like, I need to teach me this ballroom, and I'm like, oh, she talking about me, so you know what I mean, geeked as hell. I'm like, damn, I'm ready to run, dive into the scene. I'm like, oh, we can't do. So I'm in that bitch like, all right. So I grabbed her by the hips, and I'm like, shit, this is what we do in Detroit. You know, the whole time I'm teaching her the ballroom, and she doing it with me, like we moving like we was doing it together. That was an experience that I never forget. You know what I'm saying? It was dope. It was lit.
It was lit.
The whole club was
lit.
Fire. I think I was too turned that night. But yeah.
Yep. So we got another banger on the way, and I'm having another birthday party that's gonna slap like that one. October the 1st, Libra Gang in the building.
Virgo. We Virgos before y'all Libras, so you know what I'm saying. I put some respect on our trail right now. You know what I'm saying.
Anyway, so, do you like the way Detroit artists are portrayed now?
Not really.
What's up, Mom?
Not really, because I feel like it takes away from the real artistry of different artists that's really here. I feel like the image that we got on us now is that you gotta have X, Y, Z in order to be any type of popular or anything that you're trying to do. I feel like you gotta have an imagery. And shout out to our city, like our Cash Dolls, our Baby Monies, our Babyface Rays, you know, all the guys that's really out here. You gotta really have that imagery or that popularity for people to pay attention to you. You gotta have them type of things, them jewels. We about glitz and glamorous here, so it takes away from the artistry of a lot of artists that's really talented.
Now, this is what I'm gonna say about it. You gotta have an image in any city.
Right.
What I don't like about our city is the dick riding that goes on.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of clicks and it's a lot of full-fledged dick riding that go on in the city.
Right.
A motherfucker could really like you, but
Won't
if
fuck
other
with
people
you.
don't like, they ain't gonna fuck with you. Or if you know what I'm saying? It's a whole bunch of clicks and it's a whole bunch of talented people that don't get they just due because they're not in a circle with the so-called people who or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's all right. So we breaking all them chains.
Try to anyway. That's I just said like that's just a curse that we have on us. Like if a lot of these, I feel like if a lot of these artists reach back to some of these artists that's underdogs and not give them nothing, but give them some sauce. Like, you know what I'm saying? I myself personally have got a lot of sauce from these big time people, but now what I'm doing, and that's why I got a podcast now, is giving that sauce to these underdogs.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And letting them know that there is an outlet. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know about the outlet, this is what you gotta do, X, Y, Z. So,
but you know what? I had a mindset though nowadays because of the way shit is and how weird people are.
mm,
Fuck getting a seat at your table. I'm gonna build my own table and make a seat at my motherfucking table and put my people at that bitch. Fuck you. I'm not dick riding you. I'm not kissing your ass. I'm gonna build my own brand. Put my people on, and that's
Yeah.
what the fuck we gonna do over here.
that's what
So
I'm
fuck
talking
'em.
about.
That's
Yeah.
how I feel
I mean,
about
I feel you. I feel you. I mean, yeah. That's how I feel about people that don't reach back to the artists like me or artists that's on the come up. Like, cause when I get there, I don't want to have no conversation with you niggas, cause y'all niggas wasn't trying to have a conversation with me, and that's just how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all ain't trying to talk to me right now. Y'all want to see how much money I could bring y'all, this, that, and the third. So, nah, like you said, ain't no sitting at this table. But in the meantime,
I mean, at the end of the day, we as a people, we should help each other. I don't mind helping nobody do anything. But when people be on funny shit, and then once you start elevating and they being weird and then wanting to come back and be nice, no, fuck you. Keep that same energy that you had when you was being a bitch.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's not happening. That's why I say all my people that I fuck with who fucks with me.
Thanks.
I like to build. I like to help. And all the people that are in that circle who want to elevate, be positive, we all building together. We all working with each other. We sharing information that can help each other. That's who, when I get to where I need to be, that's who I'm bringing up with me. But all that other, like, people so weird, man.
They be weirded out.
They
for
so
sure.
weird, man.
But you know what I'm learning at these time of days? A lot of them people is falling off on their own.
For sure.
Like, they getting out your way. Like, as long as you stay focused and keep steady, you know, they gonna move out your way. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm learning.
And you gotta stay focused, even if it seems like people, you know, not seeing your full work. You keep working and you have a good work ethic. You keep grinding. You keep putting your music out. You keep doing videos. People gonna see you.
Right, for sure.
You gonna make that noise that you really want to make.
For sure. And that's what I'm on this year. I'm gonna let you finish asking the questions before
Okay, no, go ahead.
Because I get to talking.
Go ahead.
But no, I got a lot of things like in the making, like a lot of things written down on paper as far as like what I need to do as far as
And who told you to write that shit down?
Okay, Kim.
Who told you?
Hold on, cause we go through this a lot. You know, people might think like, oh, they got the best. Look, me and Kim be at each other's neck. Though.
Oh yeah, we go at it.
Like brothers and sisters.
But this is the thing, though. I always tell anybody: journal the power of manifesting something. You have to write it down. First, it's an idea in your brain. Then you write it down on paper. Then you execute it. So any ideas that you have, any goals that you want to complete, write them down. Even if they seem far-fetched, even if it seems like you can't obtain it, write it down and work towards it. Anything that I've ever got, all the business that I have now, I wrote them down. I wrote down what I wanted to do. I worked at each thing one at a time. So I just really want people to know that you should really, I don't care if it's, even if it's not a fancy journal, I don't care if it's a damn notebook. A notebook from the Dollar Tree. Write down what you want to do and just work towards doing it.
And I ain't gonna lie, you bought me one. I'm so mad I love it.
Yeah, I went and bought him a nice fancy journal.
Yo, she called me like, hey, Tom, I got something for you. I'm like, oh, you got some money or something? Like, oh, so no, okay. You know, she got the electrical elevation chain, you know what I'm saying? That's what's going on. She called me and she pulled up with a
planner. I said, write that shit down.
Yep, and write that shit down. I remember that shit. I lost it in when they started.
That's all right. I'll get you another one. Write it down.
I was using it. And
I'm going to tell y'all where to go get the nice journals from Michael's.
Yeah.
Michael's the craft store. They have very nice journals, calendars, planners, all of that. Go get you one.
Facts.
Yeah, for sure. So who's a person from the city that you haven't worked with that you wouldn't mind doing a feature with? Give me one male and one female from Detroit.
They gotta be on like
whoever.
All right, whoever. I listen. My best friend gonna be like kind of weirded out, but guess what? She already know. My brothers and all them, Money Mom, Major, all them, they already know. They in the pocket with me. But who I would love to work with, honestly, I would love to work with Rocky.
Okay. I
would love to work with Rocky, and man, it's a few cats that I love to work. I love to work with Ray because I know him personally. I would love to work with Ray.
That's what's up.
So Rocky and Ray, that'll be my two for right now.
Okay. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Oh, millionaire.
Okay. Speak that shit.
I'm gonna be a millionaire. I'm gonna be a millionaire in the next 5 years. Mark my word. I'm watching it live with electric elevation. It's your boy Tom Lou, and I'm telling you all that.
And he gonna write it down.
849. I'm gonna be a millionaire in less than 5 years.
So that's gonna be 2028 at the longest. That'll be the 5th year. So by
then
then or before.
Yep. By then or before, I'll be a millionaire.
Tell me something about yourself, almost like an alter ego thing that people might not know about you. That people would be surprised.
That I'm really an asshole. I mean, like people that don't know me be like, oh, that nigga cool as hell. But like if you like around too long enough, you gonna see an ass. Yeah, you gonna see an asshole side of me, and it's like it's almost like a natural. Like you know what I'm saying? I don't purposely do it. It sometimes it just happens that way. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, yeah, that's the good one right there. I be fooling myself sometimes like, damn, man, you was too much for me.
Somebody got a question over here. What they saying? For sure.
Oh yeah.
What's a city? One of the cities you dream about performing in? That you have.
LA.
Yeah. LA. Okay.
I want to go to LA.
We're gonna make that happen.
I want to go to LA somewhere down there. I want to see some lights. I want to see some.
Been to LA a few times. It's dope down there.
I've never been.
I'll make that happen. We're gonna make that happen.
I've never been.
We're gonna make that happen this summer then.
LA is one, and I would love to perform in Texas too.
Okay, yeah, South by Southwest. So you definitely going there next year.
Oh hell yeah! Next year I'm doing.
So I don't know what's sick this year, but
yeah.
he's definitely gonna be on the roster for next year.
We gonna be on a tour next year
for sure. For sure.
I'm hitting Atlanta for the Ugly Money thing. I'm doing the South by Southwest next year. I plan to do more out of state, and we was kicking it about it.
Yeah.
Like I plan to do more out of state than you know what I'm saying, move around.
We got a mini tour coming up, y'all. Just stay tuned.
Yeah.
Just stay tuned.
Man, we weren't even supposed to tell them yet.
You can tell them that, bro.
Oh, yeah, we got a mini tour coming up. Y'all better keep your eyes open. And all my ballroom and all my steppers, I need y'all to just trail me. You know what I'm saying? We gonna be on a mission.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I was talking to I actually got a pleasure of talking to Flex Live
Mm-hmm.
And I was asking him about the ballroom scene out of town, and he was telling me like every city he go to, and he be traveling. Every city he go to a DJ, he's like, they not ballrooming. And I'm like, damn, if I can get like 15 people, 20 people just to go on tour with me, that love me and love what I'm doing, and we all on the same mission, and get this shit done, I'll be a millionaire in less than a year. And that's just how I look at it, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not begging or asking for no help. I'm going to keep doing what I've been doing, which is getting my ass up out that bed and going to that studio, making sure everything's straight and hitting these events and stuff and showing my ass by myself and gaining new fans and followers as I should, you know what I'm saying? Instead of, you know, depending on social media, because I feel like when it crash, a lot of these people ain't going to be nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be somebody that be like, oh yeah, that's Dog with the ballroom song.
Man,
you know
so we can talk about that for a minute. I like Gorilla song. What she say? Internet Frauds. That song she did.
Yeah. You know what she dawned on me? I really like the first song, the Internet Fraud. That her songs got the dawn on me.
Be pretty dope.
Her songs got the dawn on me because her
But
voice.
see, this be my thing. You know, to piggyback on what you said, just to be flat out. A lot of people remember the movie Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah.
Fairy tale. That's what a lot of these motherfuckers be in. Alice in Wonderland. It's all bullshit. It's all a facade. That's why I be telling people don't feel bad about something you're not doing or something you ain't got, because you see somebody else posting some shit. It's a lot of it's all bullshit.
It's fraud.
It's fraud.
Yeah.
Let's worry about doing you, perfecting your craft, doing your greatness at the end of the day. So, tell me about 11 p.m.
That's my second single that I dropped right after. I dropped 11 p.m. right after After Party.
You have a video for that song as well.
Yes, I will have a video for that song. We're working on that, the blueprint for that. But 11 p.m. came about right after After Party because I felt like I wanted to continue that wave of music, that feel good music, and I wanted to talk to the ladies. Like I love the ladies. Like I love to see them smile and shit when I'm in the club and I'm walking in the club and everybody like, oh, Luda in here, we finna ballroom or we finna hear that 11 p.m. song. So
wait a minute, now Tone and Moan, they had remade Honey Love. Dope as hell, but they playing around. Y'all stay tuned for that. It's dope as hell.
We did do that Honey Love, and that's the song I met you on.
They had redid that, and it's dope. That's not even out yet, but I'm on their ass. That's gonna be out.
Yeah.
Speaking of talking to the ladies, they gonna love that.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a good summer vibe song.
That's my mode for music right now. I really want to continue to
happy music.
Yeah, and then I'm working on a project called Concussion, and it's gonna be a 5-track EP, and every track on there is gonna be personal, and I haven't got personal in my music as of yet. I do have old stuff that you can relate to.
Well, Situations, that was kind of personal.
Yeah, that was kind of personal situation. That was another song. Remember we rocked that out at some club downtown.
We did that for one of the One Dope shows.
Some shit. Yeah.
One of the One Dope shows.
Yep, and I love that song.
Mm-hmm. That was a really good song.
I got a lot of songs. My catalog is like 300 songs long, but I'm revamping everything because for years I was under management, and
now you got somebody who's on his ass and gonna make sure he do shit the right way.
Got everything together, so now we on a steady path.
For sure.
So,
what do you like the most about being an artist, and then the least? What do you like the most about it first?
What I like the most about it is that I've grown to be immune to it. Like it's a natural for me, and I enjoy doing it. So my favorite part about it is actually getting to perform what I've created.
Okay.
So I'm really into the entertainment part of music, and then what I dislike about it is like you said, the DS and the dick sucking, man. Like I don't like that. Like I'm a person like, man, show everybody that's like, give everybody that opportunity.
That shit is sickening. Even like even the blogs, even like shit that be biased. If you gonna report the news, report everything that going on, pick and choose what you gonna report as far as the blogs. Then when they be saying these the top 10 people in Detroit, it be some of the people were fucking garbage. Like
some of them don't even be from Detroit. Like they the bloggers is they so irritated because they'll put a Flint nigga in there before they put a Detroit nigga in there in a minute, and it's like they not from Detroit. So what is y'all doing? Grand Rapids niggas like, come on now, who making these lists? But everybody entitled to their opinion. But I value the people that's in the field, like that's. You know what I'm saying? Like the DJ BJs and Tuck, Tuck, he doing his thing or whatever with the in the field and the Gladiators and Team Gladiator and all the promoters and the managements, Electric Elevation, all the different managements and companies like that that's in the field. Them the ones should be able to create a list because they in these clubs every weekend, at least 3 times out the week, and see these artists is grinding blood, sweat, and tears. So they should be able to choose who, what, when, where, and how.
And shout out to my nigga Cam Brass at Sound Off Sundays.
Oh yeah, shout out to Cam too, yeah.
I have been there and seen some talented people. Me having showcases and shows of my own. Me running a successful open mic for over a year. I done seen some talent that blew me away. People, might not have never heard of that artist, but shit, they might shit on one of these people who got all these followers and everything, but it be like that.
Yeah.
So that's why I be saying, at the end of the day, if this is something you want to do, you still got to invest in yourself. You still got to do a little bit of marketing. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have a lot, you don't have a budget, but you got some videos or something out there, run an ad on it, try to get it out there to a wider range or a wider audience. But just keep doing you. Like I said, at the end of the day, somebody is, gonna see you. And let's talk about how everybody, social media. You still have to have some flyers and have some posters and shit too. Even though we in a digital age and everything is social media, you still got to get out here. You got to get in the field. You got to go to the club. You got to talk to the DJ. Have the DJ play your song. Everything. You can't just build your fan base strictly off social media.
Right.
You got to get out here, be personable, pop up at some shit. Even if you're not performing, just put on your freshest outfit and pop the fuck out. Ask the DJ to play your song. And stand there and look flat drinking your drink. That's my shit.
For real.
You gotta get out here and move around.
No doubt. And that's I think that's why I'm mostly respected in the city. And highly respected as a loved artist because I've done just that.
Mm-hmm.
I done put my last into going to a club, making sure I'm fresh as hell. Even if I go get a gas station white tee, you hear me? I'm in this thing. Let me talk to the DJ and my mans. What I gotta do to get this song played? Oh, you want a drink? I'll buy you a drink. Shit, man. You know, a little drink.
A couple of dollars,
shit,
whatever they need to do.
Boom, boom. And what I learned that a lot of artists struggle with, and that's why when the internet crash, it'll be a problem for them. They don't know how to be sociable. They don't know how to build relations.
They don't.
And I've done that for
networking
years.
is shit damn near worth more than money something. But networking
get you a long way.
Networking is so powerful.
Yes.
So powerful.
I believe in that.
Motherfuckers be like, can't you be in rooms or how you get there or how you get relationships.
Yep. Shout out
being
to
professional. Shout out to Lil Bizzle. What up, though, Lil? Being professional, having a good work ethic, sticking to your word. Your word is bond. If your word, this is my thing. If your word ain't shit, then you ain't shit.
Yep.
If you say something you don't live up to, you're a piece of shit. Your word is bond. I done had we done had our drink bags courtesy of Kim Tasty Treasures.
Yeah.
We got them lemon drop with the tequila in it, so I really get to talking my shit.
Hey,
but
know
for real,
what? This is illegal because it should have like a ingredient.
The ingredient is Patron. That's what the ingredient. Triple shot of Patron. Lemon squeeze.
Hey, this is a bad joke here, boy.
But like I was saying, no, but for real though, especially a lot of these younger artists, like at the end of the day though, far as like if you got a performance, a podcast, if you can't make it, reach out to the people. Like I have met, like since I've been in the entertainment industry, so many people that are unprofessional, that is like unreal. Not doing shit they supposed to do. If you want to showcase, you can't come. Send a person DM, hey, I can't make it. People just don't realize how you can. First of all, first impressions are everything.
Yep.
Second, you can fuck up a relationship just because you didn't do the simplest thing by being courteous and letting the person know you couldn't make it. And like me, I got like zero time. You do something to rub me the wrong way, I'm not fucking with you no more. Period. It's over.
Right.
So like it just be little shit. If I book you for a show and you can't come, but you don't even reach, you don't just send me a DM. Hey, something happened. I ain't gonna ask you no motherfucking questions. Something happened, but let me know. I got slots allocated for a certain amount of time for a certain amount of people. I'm thinking you coming. If you can't come, it's just simple shit about a lot of artists. They need to have better work etiquette,
organization.
That's
what I'm learning too. I gotta
communication skills, all of that.
A little more organized, and not only the artists. I gotta speak on these promoters and these party people that's doing all this shit. Y'all gotta be not you per se.
Of course, not me.
Not you per se, but a lot of these people gotta be a little more organized. Like
For
you
sure.
go out of town,
For
they
sure.
be having whole ass texts where you got a text and everybody in this one text, and then they have a whole little meetings to. They have sound checks for certain artists and stuff like that. So here in Detroit, we just gotta get a little more organized.
For sure, that's why when I do my own shows, I don't believe in overbooking because I am the type of promoter. I want the artist to feel good. I'm not speaking for other promoters, but for me, it's not about just making money. I want the artist to get exposure, and I want them to feel good. I don't want an artist to pay me for a slot or to pay to get on the show and then they perform. Everybody gone and they the last motherfucker in there. I don't like shit like that. I like when artists perform and then they stay and at least check the other artists out.
Yeah.
So I'm the type of person I can't speak for other promoters. If I have an artist that end up performing and the people left, I'm gonna tell them, you know what? Hey, my next show is on me. You can come back and I'm gonna put you at an earlier time so people can see you.
Yeah.
Because like I said, at the end of the day, it's about making the artist feel good too. And that's why I move the way I move. And that's why I had the meetings I meet and be where the fuck I be because of my work ethic. And I stand on what I say. And I'm professional about how I do it. Like I said, it's a lot of people that hate on me and wonder why I get to do what I do and be where I be. And that's because I'm professional.
And can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Why you don't never let me compete in no competitions? Cause you already know.
Listen.
You already know.
I didn't say you couldn't compete in no competition. I just be saying certain shit you've been here and you've done it.
Yeah, it just be fun for me. I know. I just be wanting to just, cause I know.
At the end of the day,
it just be fun for me.
When you get to a certain level, you gotta start being a little bit more exclusive. Now, I did not tell you that.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's in the making.
That's in the making.
Yeah, that's in
the end of the day, once you put in work and once you start elevating it, but you can't just run around doing every motherfucking thing. All showcases, all shows are not equal. Yeah. Do shit that makes sense. Don't get on shows when everybody in the fucking audience is just another artist. You want to get on some shows where at least it's other people that are in the building. You see some other faces. As you get bigger and better, you want to do bigger and better things. Yeah. So at the end of the day, you guys gotta feel like, hey, I'm Tone Lou, I'm the shit. I just can't do anything.
Oh, yeah,
I mean, and it could be people who you fuck with, you cool with them, but they want you to do some shit that's not going to benefit you. At the end of the day, you can't always make something beneficial for the next motherfucker. It gotta be a two-way street where they gonna benefit from it, but I'm gonna benefit from it as well. Yeah. So that's all I'm saying. As you're an artist and as you grow and as you elevate, you gotta feel that way. Like, hey, somebody might have some shit, like it's some basement shit, and you feel like, hey, I don't want to do no basement shit. Right. You're not trying to shit on them, or you don't think you're better than them. It's just that you elevated beyond that. And you don't want to do that.
Right. I done hit a lot of big stages too. So.
And you done hit a lot of big stages.
A lot of big stages. I'm talking about the Emerald Theater. I done did a lot of big stages. Shout out to Miss Sherfield, man. We did that big event for her.
For sure.
We done did a lot of big events for sure. So I mean I totally get it, but for the artists that's like coming under me, I'm telling them like.
And Tone show a lot of love.
Yeah.
But for this year, I'm putting a stop to a lot of shit. You gotta he show a lot of love. He don't get his just due, and he don't get paid like he's supposed to get paid. So I'm gonna put a stop to all that shit. You gotta pay him. You want him to pop out, you gonna have to pay him. You gonna have to set it up through me. And that's just what it is. Now, if you don't like it, then fuck you too.
Yeah,
that's just what it is.
That's how we rocking, man. You know. And she not playing.
And I do the dirty work for him because Tone sometimes he might not don't want to say it what I said. Oh shit. At the end of the day. Okay, but any final shout outs? Wait, this one final question I'm gonna ask you. What would you tell an inspiring artist, a younger person who was like 16? What advice would you give them?
You still got time to grow, so don't ever think that what you're doing is it. Continue to stay focused, stay humble. Don't be influenced by your surroundings, and don't be influenced by yes men, because they are all around you at this point.
For sure.
You know, the best time to, once you get into your creative zone, stay there. Stay there. You know, whatever mind state you at when you make your music, don't let nobody alter that. You know what I'm saying? Create then. Don't wait. Don't wait until you on somebody else's time to create something that you had in your mind right then and there. You know what I'm saying? You'll lose it. So my advice to an artist is just stay in your lane. Stay strong and firm and focused. You know what I'm saying? Tunnel vision yourself. Tunnel vision yourself because it'll help in the long run. Them same people. It's just like how my dad told me when I got to high school. He said, "Don't fuck up in high school." He was like, all the people that you're gonna be trying to run with, they still gonna be there. You know, they're gonna be there when you leave high school, when you graduate, make it through school. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people paths might not be like yours. Some of them might be dead in jail. Some of them might be successful doctors, lawyers, or somebody that you need in the music. But stay focused on what you got to do to get through this. And that's what I'm on at this point with my music and any endeavors that I put in place in front of me. Because I also do videography also, so that's another interest I found I'm interested in. And I did it to cut out the middleman, but now I found interest in learning how to create more of a movie or something epic. So that's what I'm in the midst of right now, when it comes to visuals. You know what I'm saying?
So go check them out. And one more time for the people who join later on in the live, shout out your videography page.
Make sure y'all go follow And You Know That Films. And You Know That Films. It's ANDUKNOWDAT Films on Instagram.
All right. So if you want to book Tone Loop, hit me up. If you want to do a feature, hit me up as well. He's running a feature special. We got some coming on the 26th. We got a show. I can tell him where it's at. It's already solidified. It's going to be at the Bankroll Studios, which y'all know is Proud Freak on 7 Mile. That's going to be on May 26th. The flyer is coming out soon. So we'll have that for y'all to be able to tap in. Some other shows and things are on the way. We appreciate everybody that tuned in. Go follow him on all his socials at Tone Loop. On Instagram and on Facebook.
TONE_LOOT. And my Facebook, I hate it. Instagram got my Facebook as my real name, and that's my name on Facebook. I don't know how, but
I'll show you.
It's Waddy Tony, WADDYTONY on Facebook.
And y'all go subscribe to his YouTube channel as well.
Yep, my YouTube channel, Tone Loot, is up and running. I will be posting new content, new videos. I got different, I was thinking about getting into comedy and doing like some comedy scripts, so I've been writing a little few things.
Hey, what's funny? Say something funny.
I ain't even had to say that. But that was funny. That was funny as hell. She talking about say something funny. Like I ain't that damn good, man. Like, hold on. Hold on. Give me a couple more shots.
You think you could do a 10-minute set?
Hell yeah. I'm telling you, listen. I will be up there.
Do 60 seconds.
Because I could talk about, let me see.
Do 60 seconds.
What can I talk about?
See, I done put you on the spot.
Yeah, you can't be doing that.
Well, you're the one talking.
I ain't true to this. I'm new to this. So I'm going to wait till I say I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm still getting it, but give me a nice little, give me one blunt.
All right, we'll wait. Y'all stay tuned.
One blunt and one of these on the stage and the mic. Never know what I get to going on about.
Alright, so y'all look out for his upcoming projects. And again, y'all can follow me at Electric Elevation. That's ELECTRICELEVATION. My mobile bartender business is at Kim's Tasty Treasures. Got the drinks that'll get you lit. I can pull up wherever you are, bring out a full bar service. Subscribe to my YouTube channel at Electric Elevation Podcast. Again, if you want to book Tone, get a feature, want to perform, hit me up. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.
It's Dummy Roll, and you know that.
Wait a minute.
You know that.